February 10, 3:36 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 7.
Oh my
wow.
gosh, this
This
is
is crazy.
exciting.
Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the results of the tests we had performed earlier.
The pacer!
Test? Yes, tests on the bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree. Oh yeah, that. I totally forgot about that.
That's the weapon that Maya Fey used when she fought with the victim.
So, what are the results? Was it the victim's blood, or...? Due to time constraints, a full test wasn't possible. However, there's one thing we can say with certainty. The blood that was on the dagger was not the victim's blood.
Oh my god, it could have been mine.
Knife fighting.
I was
That
there.
is all. Now then, let's restart this trial. So it wasn't Misty's blood on the dagger. Whose was it? Dagger updated in the court record. I'm sure both the defense and the prosecution know this, but this trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides will need to show some firm... Both sides
Wow.
will need to show some firm evidence with their claims. I understand, Your Honor.
From what I've heard, the witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking. So, let's finish this quickly.
Agreed. Very well. Please, bring in the last witness.
Whew. Witness, please tell us your name and profession.
My FA, my profession is, I'm the assistant manager at Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Is that her actual title?
Maya, when did I give you a title?
Yeah.
According to this magazine I have here, you're a spirit medium of the Korean channeling technique.
I'm frightened. The Fae Clan, I don't want any more to do with it.
Oh, Maya. The pain the faint bloodline causes must be unbearable. Very well. Now then, Miss Faye. When the event occurred, you were in the garden of the inner temple. And you witnessed the moment of Miss Elise Dunim's murder. Is this correct?
I didn't see anything.
Objection! Straighten up this instant, young lady.
Huh?
Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later.
But I...
Your mother was
There's no
killed.
crying in baseball!
Back it up, slugger! Your mother was killed right in front of your eyes. There's nothing you can do to change that fact. But there's something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing, right? You've seen the witnesses come out and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony. On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen?
Witness! S'il vous plaît?
I don't speak French, but, okay, Your Honor.
My brother's Canadian, so I had to learn some French.
I know
Otherwise,
s'il vous
he's a
plaît.
bit of an elitist about it.
Oh, yeah, no, I learned it from Tribulations when I worked there for exactly 2 hours. At their temple.
We have so much in common.
I was passing through the garden on the way to a spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me!" And something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness.
So you were struck on the head. I suppose it must have been this staff. Maya, the person who hit you. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Nick. I just couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
Maya, think hard.
Sorry, Nick, but I really couldn't.
Ha! Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone.
It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please, begin your cross-examination. Yeah, hang in there. She doesn't look well at all.
She looks so unwell. Let's just press her.
Did somebody get her a burger?
Yeah.
Let's pass into the garden.
Okay, wait, what evidence do we have as we're
Oh.
talking about the garden, right?
Okay, so garden-related stuff.
Oh.
So we have the map. Can we see it?
Yeah.
No, we can't see it on here. We just see the inner temple. We got the Gravely.
Right.
We got the nope. Weather.
The hood.
Shido.
Do you think we're done with the hood?
We're probably done with the hood. I feel like nothing on here is super relevant, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need a
so-
picture of Elise. We're good. We're good with
Yeah.
that. I mean, our attorney's bad's very important.
Oh, very important, very important.
And the sword. The sword is now officially the murder weapon.
Yes, this is the murder weapon. Okay.
Stabbed in the back
Stab in the back.
from somewhere 10 to 11.
Sure. Tracks don't care.
Yeah.
This is fake. Who cares?
Yeah,
Doesn't matter
done.
anymore.
Probably done.
Probably done.
I mean, okay, hold on. How does it even attach?
Great. I think it was hovering there with her psychic powers.
Right, I forgot about that.
Let's see.
So this got ripped off her neck at some point in time. That's probably somewhat important.
That doesn't matter.
Does it?
Oh, oops.
I mean, probably doesn't, but
There's the Pearl's instructions. I don't think so. Knife.
so whose blood is a good question.
Whose blood? Photo, probably not super relevant at present. Stone lantern.
Okay, yeah, stone
not lit,
lantern,
so it was
right?
dark as shit. Okay, that was
Yeah.
it.
Well, can you check the people too?
Yeah.
We got Maya Fey, right?
Yeah. Maya Fey.
We got Mia Fey. She's dead.
Not-
Channeling Prodigy,
Okay.
of course.
So we don't
Yeah.
really know a lot what she was doing, and I guess she's now in court. You know.
If we're counting the people that were on that side of the island, right?
Yeah.
We're looking at the phase, right?
For sure. It's like all of the phase, except Bikini's not a fae, but she wasn't there. I hope it was like Larry. I hope Larry rolled up somehow. We haven't. Okay, she's in solitary confinement. I'm assuming she hasn't broken out.
Yeah. And I'm assuming she's not dead to start channeling people either, you know?
Yeah. So let's ask her about this. I think you already read that.
So,
let's,
Who else was on the Inner Temple that night?
Well, Sister Bikini, of course. I remember her saying that Iris would be coming later as well.
The day of the incident, Edgeworth met Bikini at Hazakura Temple. That means she couldn't be the criminal. So then, did Iris actually come later like she said?
Well, let me think.
Seems confused. Probably because she's so tired.
No, I'm sure I didn't see her. She must have come when I was preparing for the training. Like someone struck me over the head. Ouch. I have a concussion.
Who did it? Who hit you?
I didn't see who it was. I was hit from behind.
Didn't see the person? But after that, your attacker was in front of you. How could you not see who it was?
Oh, let me think for a sec. I'm sorry, I just can't remember.
Maya's really having a hard time. What should I do?
oh boy.
Press her.
Dude, we're gonna yell at Maya.
Maya.
All right.
Yeah, screw Maya. Come on, Maya, you idiot. This isn't making any sense. Why didn't you see this person?
Well, let me think. It was, oh yeah, that's right. It was dark, that's it.
It was dark?
It's not good to have too much light around when someone is undergoing spiritual training.
Come to think of it, there was earlier testimony to that effect as well. It was dark in the garden on the night of the crime. That's why she didn't see her attacker. Thought maybe she was trying to hide something, but I guess not. Judging by the testimony thus far, the identity of the attacker was most likely the spirit that was channeled by Elise Denim, Dahlia Hawthorne. Very well. Please continue with your testimony. What happened after you were struck on the head?
I stumbled like a GTA character.
What happened afterwards?
My attacker was in front of me, blocking off my escape, I think.
You think?
After getting hit like that, I was in a state of panic. There was only two things rolling around in my mind at the time.
Well now, this is beginning to get interesting.
1, burgers.
So what were the two things rolling around in your mind?
My name is Maya Fey. 1 + 1 = 2. You see, for some crazy reason, I was afraid I was going to lose my memory. I know it's odd considering my life was in danger, but that's how it was.
That's not odd at all. Your actions are understandable, given the circumstances. So, what did you do then?
I think I screamed, "Help me!"
You think you screamed, but you're not sure?
Listen, I was a complete wreck. It was dark and I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man, a woman, an adult, a child? I had no idea. I was scared of my wits.
Leave me, my dear. I'm certain I would have soiled my robes.
I would have shit myself.
I thought this person might attack me, so I... Anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I thought that it was my last hope.
Wow. It really sounds like poor little Maya was out of her mind.
That's not
She
new.
was stoned. But I wonder what she meant by last hope. What do I do? Do I press her for more details?
I wonder what my last hope means, right?
Yeah. We know that she's what she screamed.
Yeah.
Help me. Wait a minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff?
What do you mean by your last hope?
No. That's what you said. You said my last hope.
Huh? What? I said what?
Look, you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see and you screamed, right? You screamed, "Help me!"
Yeah?
But you testified that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope.
Oh, well, you know, that's like... What do you call it when that happens?
Maya's not doing so well up there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at.
What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker that I was yelling at. That's who I was screaming at to help.
What is it now?
I messed up. I didn't mean to let that slip out.
What?
Huh? Witness! Are you absolutely sure of what you're saying? Behind the attacker, there was another person?
I am, I meant to keep that part a secret. What have I done?
Ha! It takes a ton of pressure to make a diamond. That's what I always say.
A ton of pressure?
All the time.
Yeah. You're in a court of law here. You can make things up or try to hide things in this chamber.
Witness! The information you just presented is vital to the case. I want you to add it to your testimony.
I could see a man behind my attacker by the light of the stone lantern.
No, the
Her
fuck you
ass is
couldn't.
lying. The fuck?
So there was a man standing behind your attacker?
Yeah.
That man. He's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed
Oh.
Elise Nim. Otherwise known as Misty Fey, your mother.
The killer?
Maya. I'm now thinking about the killer.
He's back.
You know who killed your mother, don't you? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? To be frank, Your Honor, Frank Wright, I think she's in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony.
Uh-huh. What do you mean? What problem?
Maya, on the night of the crime, the stone lantern was out of commission.
Huh? What?
true. There was no light anywhere in the garden that night.
No.
I mean, maybe
Wow,
she
what a
looks like
stupid
cat-like
idiot.
vision.
I don't even think she was there. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godot, explain this.
Add the pureness of milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee. Stir. That is the state of the witness's mind right now. A cup of cafe au lait.
Got milked. Wait. Cafe au lait! Is that even legal?
No. Mr. Trite's words are the milk and you're the spoon, Your Honor.
I'm a spoon? I'm no spoony bard, I'll have you know.
You must have noticed it too, Trite. This witness's mental state is highly unstable right now. It's not hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that.
Sorry, but that's not gonna cut it.
What did you say?
That's not gonna cut it.
Oh,
If there truly was no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony. You
Nick.
spoon? May I? Recall the witness's statement about her attacker. She said that she didn't know if it was a man or a woman, an adult or a child. And yet, the witness could describe a person that was standing behind her attacker. And she quite clearly described him as a man.
Ah.
In other words, that would have to mean that Maya actually saw our mystery person, despite it being so dark that she couldn't see the face of her own attacker.
No.
Wow,
I can't
we
believe
should
Maya
kill her.
find us again. Yeah. Hang her. Order, order, order! What in the world does this all mean, Mr. Wright? Are you saying Miss Faye saw the real killer under pitch black conditions?
objection. Trite, do you have any idea of what you're proposing? How could she have seen in the dark? There was no other light source at the scene.
There are some things that you can only see in the dark, Mr. Godot. Maya, you did see who the killer was in the dark. And now, you're trying to cover for him. Cover? For the man that killed her mother. There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know who this man is.
Please, Nick. I don't know anything. Please, I'm begging you.
Ha! You talk a good game, Trite. But let's see if you can walk the walk. It was pitch black. So what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff.
No, Nick, don't. Please, stop.
Maya is dead set on protecting this guy. The man who murdered Maya's long-lost mother. But I can't let him get away with it. I'm a lawyer, an officer of the court. I'm here to find the truth. All right, Mr. Wright. Time to show us what you've got. Who was this person you say Miss Faye saw in the darkness? Uh-oh. What are profiles? So we're limited on the number of men.
Yeah.
You wanna check the other page just for funsies, and then come back. Okay. Probably not Miles Edgeworth.
Wow. I just realized that there's someone was missing on the first day of the case.
Yeah, someone was missing on the first day of the case.
Only showed up
And,
when the
you
bridge
know,
was fixed.
And yeah, might also, have a little bit of
have
an
a-
itty bitty something that might you
Something,
you wanna
it's got
hit
a
the Y button. Because it was pitch black, Miss Faye was able to recognize the killer easily. I'm sure the court would like for itself to see how this is possible, yes? What? But how do you propose to show us something like that? Easy. We just need to recreate the conditions of that night. Judge, you be the victim.
True.
Conditions? Your Honor, the defense officially requests that all the lights in this courtroom be turned off.
That was fast.
But it can't be.
Ha!
image goes hard.
That was a nice bit of deduction. Trite.
Well, everyone, this is the man Maya saw on the night of the murder. Oh, what's she doing now? What the heck? Order! 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 Prosecutor Godot, what is the meaning of this? Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such a thing. Why aren't you denying it?
Ha! Your Honor, you're asking the wrong person.
Well, what do you mean by that?
If you've got a question, ask the witness. That's one of my rules.
Well, Maya, how about it? What you saw that night? Was it 3 glowing red lights? Well, witness, answer the question.
You're wrong. I never saw that.
Maya,
I thought the person that stabbed my mother was a man, for a totally different reason.
what? Wow, that makes a lot of sense.
Misogynistic, but the opposite.
Ooh, witness, Mr.
Objection.
Wright, what's
Stop your chattering, Your Honor.
chattering?
Shut it. If it's worth asking, ask the witness. That's one of my rules.
Maya, what does he mean by chatter? All right. Well then, let's continue with the testimony. Please tell us how you knew the killer was a man.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ginormo schlong.
I didn't realize it until after I woke up, but... The killer. He had a radio face and a stitch going further. When I came to, I was just lying there on the training hall floor. By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed. The torches were lit, and the body was gone. And all of the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up, too. Since the person did all that work alone, I just assumed that it was a man.
Wow.
Wow. So it was after the crime took place that the witness came to think the killer was a man.
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No need to apologize. It's as Mr. Godot said, you're utterly exhausted. Only natural that you would be a little confused. Also, if you consider the situation you've described, it doesn't seem too much of a stretch to assume that the culprit was a man. Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination.
All right. Let's just press these. When I came to, I was on the jail floor.
So you lost consciousness when you were in the garden, is that right?
Yeah, I think it happened when the victim was stabbed.
So then the person that carried you to Inner Temple? It could have only been the killer!
That's what I think, too.
Killer carried Maya into the Inner Temple.
By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed.
Naturally, the killer must have done it, right?
Yes, I think so.
But would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? Why would a killer ever tamper with the crime scene? That's stupid.
It's fucked up.
There must have been something that the killer desperately wanted to hide.
I don't know.
Looks like she doesn't have enough confidence. I need to gather some more information before I ask her again.
Okay, come back to that. I see.
Torches were lit.
Torches were lit?
Yes, that's how I noticed the whole scene had changed.
I'm gonna say it was the killer who lit the torches. I mean, who else could it be? The killer probably lit them since it'd be impossible to do any cover-up work in the dark. However, if that's true, there's one thing that still bothers me. Why did the killer go to the effort of moving the body? It's true. It's hard to see how that would be of any advantage to the killer. The only one who would gain anything from that would be the only person that was at the Inner Temple, Maya. Very well. Let me hear some more about the condition of the crime scene.
All the snow around the snow lantern have been carefully cleaned up too.
So you're saying that the killer cleaned up the snow? It did look really odd. Snow was removed in an unnatural-looking rectangular shape around the lantern.
There were a lot of shovels around the inner temple, but they're all really heavy. Way too heavy for me to use.
An odd fellow indeed, this killer. Why on earth would anyone want to take snow away? There's one thing I can think of. Didn't you say that a lot of the victim's blood sprayed onto the snow?
Yeah. The area collapsed and ended up being splattered.
In other words, the killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. I think that's the most reasonable explanation. Perhaps. However, there's something that's bothering me. The killer just wanted to hide the snow with blood on it. There was no need to remove that amount. That's true. He could have just scooped up just the snow that was stained with blood. Looks like there are some mysteries behind this issue.
But I think this will help explain them. The person Della recognized assumed that it was a man.
That's sexist, Maya. Come on.
So you're saying that women are weak and that you never saw the killer, right?
Yeah.
Earlier, you very clearly stated that you saw a man behind your attacker.
Nick, I'm sorry.
Killer certainly went through a lot of trouble. Moving the body by the pendulum, manipulating the crime scene. But for what purpose? Why do all that? Maybe Maya knows something more than she's letting on.
Okay, I think let's try repressing this now. Let's see. No change. We read this already.
Actually, the killer must have done it, right?
Yes, I think so.
But why tamper with the crime scene like that? There must have been something desperately that the killer wanted to hide.
The truth is, when I saw the crime scene, I felt something.
You did?
Yeah. I felt like the killer was hiding the evidence for me. For my sake.
What? Hiding it for you?
Everyone knew that I was the only one at the inner temple that night. Sister Bikini had come back and looked at the garden.
She may have thought that you had done it. No, she definitely would have thought so. And you're saying that's why the killer cleaned up the crime scene to make it look like nothing had happened?
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
Well, that's certainly an important piece of information. I want you to add that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor. I think that it was for my sake that the killer cleaned up the evidence of what had happened.
Well, that can't be true, right?
Yeah, because they left Maya on.
Yeah.
Body of Elise Dunim was carried all the way to Hazakura Temple's courtyard. Then at the garden, the real scene of the crime, the snow that we suspect was covered with blood was scooped up and removed. It's reasonable to believe that all this was done in an attempt to hide the true crime scene. However, there's still one matter that seems somewhat odd.
Oh, and what would that be?
You must have figured it out by now, Mr. Godot. It's the message written in blood on the lantern. It was written very clearly on the white stone lantern. Maya, if the killer was so motivated to protect Maya from suspicion, then why didn't they wipe the writing off of the lantern? Ah, you're right.
I mean, I would have wiped it off, maybe, personally.
Order, order, order! But Mr. Wright, isn't it a fact that the killer was trying to cover up the crime scene? No. I mean, indeed, but it doesn't make much sense to move the body and remove the bloody snow, then not wipe off the most incriminating thing of all, the bloody writing.
Objection. But if that's the case, do you have an explanation for the killer's mysterious behavior? Why would this killer move the body and remove all that snow, but then leave the bloody writing on the lantern?
I don't know what the killer's plan was, but it's a fact that the killer left the writing on the lantern. There must be a reason for it. Well then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion. Why did the killer leave the message written in blood on the lantern? The crime on Maya, right? Removing the other evidence.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't protecting Maya. They were
Yeah.
incriminating her.
Ooh.
Or it could have been that the killer didn't notice, you know. I don't want to read this. There is only one reason. One as obvious as Gene Armstrong in a thong at the Riviera. The killer was trying to pin the crime on Maya. Huh?
Nick, I shouldn't have to be the one to tell you this, but the killer had meant to put the blame on me. Then why didn't the killer leave the crime scene as it was?
Oh. I was cooking. I'm sorry.
Okay, no. All right, let's.
I cooked wrong, and that cost us 3 bars of life.
Oh fuck! Wait, we're actually low now.
Yeah. Okay. Put that finger away, Andy.
Whew, okay.
Once again, you've been pointing that finger where it doesn't belong. Gotta recall everything I've seen and heard up until this point. The answer is there somewhere. Yeah. I know. It's okay. Well then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion. Why did the killer leave a message written
Okay,
in
I'm
blood
not
on the
hitting
lantern?
anything. The killer didn't write
The
it because.
killer didn't notice it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Shut up.
Prosecutor Godot.
Oops.
Early in there, I read it after, like, I looked at the stream, which has a delay, and then I then read the last option, and then I went,
No, I did the same thing.
Prosecutor Godot, earlier in this trial, you gave me some good advice. Once you eliminate the impossible, this is a quote by me, by the way, whatever remains must be the truth.
Maybe you're not as dumb as I thought.
Real killer wanted to disguise the fact that a crime had occurred there. That's the case. They wouldn't have left the bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose. Therefore, it must mean that they didn't notice it.
But that doesn't make any sense. The torches were all lit and everything. There's no way any normal person would miss something as glaring as that.
Well, you're right about that. There's no way any, quote, normal person would. Oh, what? What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright? There's only one person who could be involved in this incident, who could have missed seeing the bloody writing altogether. This feels really ableist, I'm not gonna lie.
That's messed up.
He's got a disability, so we're gonna point at him.
Yeah.
And who would that be? Who is the person that could have failed to notice the bloody writing?
Gumshoe. He is blind as shit.
That is completely fair. Larry Butts also could have missed it.
True. Any of the men.
Mr. Godot! Actually, Edgeworth wouldn't have missed it.
No, he wouldn't. You're right.
This is what you said yesterday.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
You can't see everything? Can you see when I do this? Ooh! Is that correct, Mr. Godot?
He does like the thumb trick.
This lantern was submitted as evidence today. I'd like your court to think back to the moment it was first presented. This lantern! There's something written on it. On it. Why, it's written in blood.
Nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle.
Mr. Godot, just admit it. There are certain colors you can't see, correct? You can't see red on a white background, can you? That's right. We went through this once before, during the poisoning case at Tribulations.
It's the apron that Delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Somehow spilled coffee on.
Something's still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court?
Bloodstain, what bloodstain would that be?
Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-covered stain that's been all over the apron.
What are you talking about? That's crazy. No one told me about that.
You could see the coffee on white apron, but you couldn't see the ketchup because it was red.
It's strange. In a black and white photo, the letters would have appeared black to me. I wonder, why am I the only one that can't see them?
White roses. So then, Mr. Godot,
So,
are you admitting it? Red writing. Are you admitting that you can't see the red writing on the lantern? Oh.
Hey, Gramps, didn't you know? That's the reason why I don't drink red tea.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Red tea. What the hell is red tea?
I'm colorblind.
I wasn't sure about it until now, but I just can't believe it. Prosecutor Godot is the murderer? But there's no going back now. I finally figured out the truth. Mr. Godot, the defense at this time formally accuses you. You are the murderer of Miss Elise Dunim, also known as Miss Misty Fey. It's hard to believe that this may be true. However, once again, Mr. Wright has brought up a disquieting fact about you.
Ha! Just make sure you don't fill out all the indictment in red ink, Gramps. Come on. How does little graffiti make me into the killer? Besides, it's not like it's my name that's written there.
You know, I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the color red.
This is rich. Do go on, Trite.
The answer is right out there at the crime scene. In the snow. The snow? How so? Oh, got him. Well, for example, why did the killer move all that snow? Your Honor, you said it yourself. If he wanted to hide the bloody snow, then why not just take out just that area? Yes, why didn't he just take that area? Wait, could it be? Yes, the killer couldn't see the blood red snow that had seeped into the snow. And so he had to remove all of the snow. He couldn't be sure of where the blood had landed, so he removed the whole area.
Objection. Isn't it more likely that the killer couldn't see the blood because it was dark?
Not a chance. The torches were all lit. He would have been able to see just fine. It seems that once again this trial has taken an unexpected turn, to say the least. Can you explain this, Mr. Godot? I don't know if he can explain this. Isn't it you're not supposed to have personal attachment?
Hold it. Well, wait just a minute.
Maya! What is it, witness?
Mr. Godot isn't the killer. After all, he didn't even come to the inner temple until 2 days after the murder took place. He didn't show up until after that old bridge got fixed up.
Objection. Maya. You can't testify to something like that.
Why? What do you mean? I mean, look it, but I'm...
After the murder happened, you didn't even exist.
She didn't. I'm afraid I don't follow.
Are you senile, old man? We established this just a little while ago. After the murder, this witness was unconscious for a long time. Because she was channeling Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, that's right.
Please, Your Honor, let me add to my testimony. Nick, please listen to me.
Maya. Plan to cover for Godot no matter what the cost? If that's the case, then I've got no choice. Your Honor, let's hear her testimony. If it means we're going to hear the whole truth, I say we should not silence her.
Ha! Nicely done, Trite.
Very well. Let's hear the testimony. Please tell us what happened at the inner temple after the murder.
Yes, sir. After I woke up, I began channeling and my spirit left me, as it were. But little Pearly was there at the inner temple, too. After the incident, Pearly was also stuck on the inner temple side that night. The next morning, she looked around but couldn't find anyone. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spare prep room. That's when Mr. Godot arrived at the inner temple for the first time. He found Pearly first and cheered her right up.
Who is this Pearly?
That's my little cousin, Pearl Fay.
So when did you hear about this?
Oh, just a while ago, when I was in the medical office.
I'm terribly sorry. But what you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony.
What? Come on. Pearly would never tell a lie. She's a way more honest person than I'll ever be.
Real smart, Maya. You always know the best things to say when you're under oath.
Ha! The prosecution has no objection. We believe the witness.
Mr. Godot!
Let's just move on to the cross-examination. If the defense has no objections.
This is highly unusual, but... Well, Mr. Wright? Let's get this cross-examination started.
Okay. Like, the first half of this, we kind of all know. Like, we know she's stuck at the inner temple. She couldn't find anyone, that's true.
Next day when the bridge was
Sure.
fixed, she was in the spare prep room. This is still referencing Pearly,
So
right?
this is what I want to hear about. The inner temple for the first time.
It was your first time on the inner temple side, Mr. Godot?
That's funny. Am I imagining things, or did the defense ask me a question?
Mr. Wright, please save your questions for the witness. What you heard from somebody else is not simply not admissible as testimony. Those are your words, Your Honor. Touche, Mr. Wright. Oh well, what do you have to say, Mr. Godot? He just got you a judge. Can that get you out of, like, crimes?
That's true. Hot nights and even hotter coffee. That's what I always say. If it hadn't have been for this case, I never would have visited there. A freezing cold temple in the mountains? I think I'll pass.
So he had never visited Hazakura Temple or the Inner Temple. Huh.
Ha! You want to say something, Trite?
In any case, I have to find a crack in Godot's armor. While I cross-examine Maya, that is. Very well. Please go on with your testimony. After fixing the bridge, the policeman came over to the Inner Temple side, right?
Yes, Mr. Godot. I'm Pearly first and cheered her right up.
Haven't heard about this.
He cheered her up?
That's what Pearly said. She said he was a very nice older gentleman. Thank you for looking after my cousin, Mr. Godot.
And here I was thinking you were nothing more than a coffee addict.
Ha! Cut it out. You're making me blush.
I was really beginning to get on my nerves. In more ways than one.
The truth is, there aren't that many places to look on the Inner Temple side. The policemen were all busy going over the garden with fine-toothed combs. So I decided to carry out an investigation in my own way, Godot style.
I'm the same way. I like to hand down verdicts in my own way, judge style. Maybe I should ask some questions, Phoenix style.
Let's see. What are you thinking?
Cheer. What did you do to cheer Pearls up?
Yeah.
So you cheered Pearls up?
When I found that little girl, the first thing she asked me was her cousin, Maya Fey.
Really?
The bridge had burned down and she was huddled up in that tiny shack with no heat. Even though she must have had a truly terrifying night out there. She asked about you before she said a thing about herself.
But Pearly...
I noticed that you weren't anywhere on the Inner Temple side, but I couldn't find it in me to tell her that, so I gave her my last cup. With milk and sugar, to hide the bitterness of the harsh truth.
Oh, what a sweet story. You had a thermos of coffee? Why doesn't that surprise me? Only one thing of any importance here. Where was Godot when the murder was taking place? Must have already been at the Inner Temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed Elise Dunim.
Kind of want to re-ask that other question too.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up first, and then we can cycle around.
Hold
That
it,
doesn't-
you cheered her up?
Yep. Yeah, he's,
Oh, wow,
he's nice.
shit,
Nice
that you're
gentleman.
another copy addict.
Fuck off.
Oh, police and stuff.
Let's check this one.
You said you conducted an investigation of your own. Did you find anything?
It looks like my investigation went about as well as yours, Trite. After all, I did miss the bloody writing on the lantern.
Well, I didn't miss it. Speak for yourself, Goggles.
Whoa. The only thing I discovered was the beauty in the training hall.
Beauty.
Misty Faye, naturally. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes.
Western tastes. Could he find a stranger way to describe gravy? So from there, you headed to the prep room? Wait a sec. What did Godot say just now? Just found his proverbial weak spot. There's only one thing of importance here. Where was Godot when the murder was taking place? He must have already been at the Inner Temple when it happened. Otherwise, you couldn't have killed Elise Dunim.
Okay, so we find out that. Okay, so yeah, let me tell you this. Yeah, there's no way, unless he's like a foot connoisseur, there's no way he can tell what's going on here, right?
Yeah, he's probably a foot connoisseur though.
So, can we present that somewhere?
No. No. It would be the first. That's when for the first time.
Yeah.
Present feet.
Look at these tutors.
Mr. Godot. First time you crossed Dusky Bridge and went into the Inner Temple was long before the murder took place.
Why do you say that?
Because he just made one fatal slip-up. The hanging scroll in the training hall. A hanging scroll?
But Mr. Godot is right. That scroll shows a picture of my mother.
Maya, I know you know who it is, but there's something you didn't know. At the time the bridge had been repaired, 2 days after the murder, the hanging scroll in the training hall looked like this. What is that wonderfully delicious smell? Oh, the morning after the crime, someone covered it with Garvey.
Garvey? Oh, why Garvey, Nick?
Because gravy was much more than a condiment to the culprit. Well, Mr. Godot, if you really hadn't seen the hanging scroll until after the murder, you wouldn't have had any way of knowing that it was Misty Faye.
I don't know. I mean, ask what connoisseur.
What did I just left
Hold it. Oh, wait a minute, Nick.
Yes?
Take another look at the hanging scroll. Look, at the top, there's a crest there.
Ah, that. It's the mark of the master, correct?
Exactly. So if you know the meaning of the mark...
And you could take a guess that it was a picture of Misty Faye on there. True, but Mr. Godot described what was underneath like this. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes.
Oh.
Yes, it's possible that he knew what the crest meant. However, he couldn't have known that she was wearing Japanese clothing. Mr. Godot, on the day of the murder, you were hiding at the Inner Temple, long before the crime took place. Oh, why would you do that?
Can I ask you just one little thing, right?
What is it?
This whole theory of yours, it all rests on a certain assumption. That I knew beforehand that a crime was going to be committed.
That's right. Otherwise, there's no reason for him to sneak onto the crime scene.
Of course, Mr. Godot knew about the plan.
Huh?
What did you say? Is it really possible that another person knew
What?
the plan?
Uh,
Okay, is it the crispy letter? Wait, back it up.
okay.
Opened once before.
Oh! Was he like stealing her mail?
I mean, okay, for one, Pearls had it open and was reading it with Miss Elise Dunim, right?
Yes.
That's where she was learning the word Garvey.
And Pearl told us that it looked like it was pre-opened.
Yes. So it's got to be it.
Yeah.
Well, this crime was actually planned over a year ago. Morgan Fay authored the plan for her daughter's future. And then these instructions were hidden somewhere in Fay Manor for a year. However, by the time little Pearls found these instructions, they had already been unsealed. Unsealed? Yes, the killer had read these instructions long before Pearls ever found them. That's how he knew the crime was to take place at the Inner Temple.
And you still insist this crafty killer is me?
You bet I do.
But you just said that the instructions were hidden.
That's right. Mr. Godot couldn't have known where the instructions were hidden.
You really wanted to know? He had one great chance to find out. Yes, and when was that? During a visit.
A visit?
Morgan Fay told her daughter, Pearl, about where the instructions were hidden. During one of her visits to the detention center. That would be the only time for someone to have learned where they were hidden. Eavesdropping on a visit to the detention center? Yes, it could be arranged if you were someone with easy access in and out of there. Like, for example, a prosecutor such as Mr. Godot. Oh, wow. That's an abuse of power. Order, order, order!
I should kill the cops.
Mr. Godot, you're under fire again! This murder could not have been carried out without prior knowledge. And you? You were the only one that could have acquired this information before the murder.
Humans are afraid of the dark. And yet, at the same time, we're fascinated and bewitched by it. Maybe that's why humans drink the darkness that is coffee.
Sorry for always asking, but what does that mean?
It means there's a reason for everything. According to your theory, the killer in this case eavesdropped on a conversation during a jail visit where he learned of a hidden plan for a crime. After discovering the plans, he hid in the inner temple and waited for the crime to occur. Then he ultimately took a person's life. And he did all of that just to protect this witness?
Yes, that's right.
If you're accusing me of this crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this? This girl is nothing but a stranger to me. I've got no reason to go through that kind of trouble to protect her. I am what you see. I'm certainly not the type to rescue the damsel in distress.
Killer's behavior is certainly extreme, for lack of a better word. Even considering what the killer wanted to protect was this witness's life. His behavior is still a little too unnatural. However, you had good reasons, didn't you, Mr. Godot? An unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all costs.
I knew it. You figured it out, haven't you, Nick?
Maya. But I guess you were doing your best to cover for Godot. Same reason, huh?
Okay, Trite. I'm all ears. Let's hear it.
It's very simple. Maya Fey is a lot more than just a stranger to you. Well, what's this? There's one person who lies at the very center of this whole story. One person that ties you and Maya Fey together inextricably.
We gotta be very careful, but it's definitely Mia, right? For sure. Yes.
Okay. It's not anybody else on this page.
Yes, and it's not Edgy
Unless,
Poo.
of course, Mr. Diego Armando and, Misty Faye were Orkin?
I think that they probably were not. That seems unlikely.
Then in that case, Mia Fey deceased.
Oh, we're so low in life.
There's a very good reason why Maya Fey's life is so precious to you. After all, she is Mia Fey's only sister.
Mia Fey.
You once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney. Wait a second here. Mr. Kato is a defense attorney? With your honor's piercing intellect, you must have figured it out by now. The real name of this man who calls himself Godot? His real name is Diego Armando. Isn't that right?
The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago.
Diego Armando. That name rings a bell. What should, Your Honor? All of this is related to a single case. The deal's, case in which a convict named Terry Falls killed himself. Mia Fey's first time in court. The tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all was a heartless, scheming demoness in disguise. And Mia couldn't tear off that disguise. However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Diego Armando, a senior defense attorney at the office where Mia worked.
It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Mia, you can't cry yet. The only time a lawyer can cry, when it's all over. Over. I was moved by her. The way she put all her faith in her clients, that pure, sweet heart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dahlia Hawthorne. Mia and I thoroughly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. Then one fateful day, Dahlia wanted to meet with me. It had been 6 months since the trial. We met in the courthouse cafeteria.
Ah, I just remembered. 6 years ago, right here in this courthouse, you were poisoned.
Even I didn't see it coming. Dahlia Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee.
Some newspapers at the time called it a murder. Very little information about the case was released to the press. You weren't dead at all.
No official reports ever actually called it a murder. I was just in a deep, deep coma.
I see.
My body shut down, and my life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. That woman's poison did a real number on my central nervous system. I lost my sight, and all of my hair turned white due to the damage it caused.
It's terrible.
Apparently, it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years had passed since I drank that poisoned brew. Then one morning, my eyes flew open from the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee.
5 years? You were asleep for 5 years?
And the worst possible news was waiting for me. Mia Fey was dead. From the very moment I opened my eyes, I had already lost everything I thought I had. The woman I loved had been murdered, and the woman I loathed had been sentenced to death.
The woman you loathed?
The woman who had spiked my scalding hot coffee, Dahlia Hawthorne. Ha! Good old Mia. She didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up.
That's so sad.
For someone like me, or someone who had slept away their best days, there were only 2 reasons left to live. And it was for those two reasons that I decided to become a prosecutor.
I may ask, what were your 2 reasons to live?
The first was you, right?
Huh? Me?
If I hadn't drank that stupid poison, Mia Fey never would have died, much less the way she did. You were the only one who was there to protect her, but you let her die. It was all your fault.
It wasn't like that.
I wanted to see for myself what kind of a man you really were.
So that's why you became a prosecutor?
My other reason for living? She goes by the name of Maya Fey.
Huh? You mean me?
You were the only way I can make up for the sin of not saving Mia. 1 year ago, when the Crane Village incident was resolved, it was obvious that Morgan Fey was planning something. Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it. My role as a prosecutor put me in the perfect position to do something about her.
That's how you overheard Pearl's visit with Morgan at the detention center.
I knew that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it. My goal was to outwit the plan. I thought if I could do that, I could keep that girl from being caught up in it.
Sense. Pearls had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya. She never would have helped out.
Finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. I contacted both of my accomplices,
Accomplices?
Iris of Hazakura Temple and Misty Fey. I especially needed the help of Iris. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control Pearl Fey.
But how did you contact my mother? She had been missing for almost 20 years.
Officially, yes.
Oh, what do you mean officially?
You've heard about it, haven't you? About the strong ties between the main family and the government?
Now that you mention it, Bikini did say something to that effect. She said that Master of Karain had great authority.
Even without her official position, Misty Fey still wielded great influence. The police have been keeping an eye on her movements all this time. That's how I was able to contact her. Again, because of my position as a prosecutor.
So my mother was cooperating with you?
Don't ever forget, no matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you.
She was always...
That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. You want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was? Look at her staff.
Her staff? The one with the sword in it?
The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at Hazakura Temple. That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized it then, just how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Fey, if necessary. Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price.
Mother...
Oh, wow. I wish my mom cared about it.
But shush. That night, the night of the crime, there was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan.
Pearls, don't you?
We had to make sure she didn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne.
Well, Pearl, what are you going to do tonight? If you like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together. Heather.
We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan.
That makes
But-
it even more messed up because there's a chance that whenever Pearl showed Misty Fey the letter to help her learn the words, that she knew what the letter was.
Yep. Wow, she helped her read the letter? That's crazy.
She never showed up.
She was worried and followed me to their temple.
That was the thing we were most afraid of. And that's why Misty Faye had to do the channeling herself. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body.
What? What do you mean? If she channeled the spirit first, then Pearls wouldn't be able to do it herself.
As Master of Karain, Misty Faye's power was supreme. So that's how it went down. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne so that Pearl Faye wouldn't be able to.
I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, me too.
What? Is this true?
Nah. No, my role in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya Faye. That's why I hid myself at the inner temple, just in case you needed to be saved from Dahlia Hawthorne.
No.
Anyway, that's all I'm going to admit to, Trite.
Huh?
There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense attorney. But you're going to have to do the rest yourself.
The background leading up to this incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim? There are only two possible suspects right now. Maya Faye? And I'm sad to say, you, Mr. Godot.
Well, Trite, if you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all. Show us beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can finish this on your own.
No, Nick, please don't.
Maya.
I heard the whole thing from my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Godot. I can't do it. Can't testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia and me too.
Maya, I know that.
Nick.
But even so, it doesn't absolve him of his crime. Please, Maya, testify. Faye, your testimony, please. This is the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I'll know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. I'm sure you're right. I'm ready now, Nick.
All right. Young lady, tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder?
The time of the murder.
All right, final testimony. Ugh.
Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights, 3 of them. Thought I'd ask for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. I wasn't dead though, and she struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. And after that, the light collapsed and I lost consciousness.
These red lights. I thought you said you didn't remember seeing them.
I'm sorry. I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden.
Ha! Things break, Trite. Even the best of theories. Who was it that stabbed Misty Faye? It looks like you still can't prove it.
Maya's telling the truth this time. I know it. Rest is up to me. Well then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness.
I think we press it up here, right? Across the board.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Lights shining in the dark. I don't think you can make a mistake about that.
Yeah, you're right. I think I saw them, but, I can't say for certain. I can't tell you for sure that they were from Mr. Godot's mask either.
I don't get the fact she's covering for him anymore, but
Ooh.
when have we ever left it?
I know, right? Against Mo.
Oh. But just after that, you turned towards the lights and called for help. Isn't that because you thought the lights were coming from Mr. Godot's masks?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that's what I was thinking at the time. But I can't remember. After all, there was a person I couldn't identify in front of me.
Maya's life was in terrible danger at the time. There's no way she can remember the details of the scene perfectly. All right, then. Let's get on with the testimony. What did you do when you saw the red lights?
Thought that I asked for help, but then I splattered blood.
That blood. Was it Dahlia Hawthorne's blood?
I think so, probably. Just at that moment, I heard a soft scream that seemed to be close by. It was a woman's voice.
So that was when the killer stabbed the victim from behind with the murder weapon.
So she was splattered with her mom's own blood? That's
Wait,
rough.
follow-up question though, right?
Yeah.
The weapon was the cane sword.
Oh. Oh.
Is that
Huh.
right?
Oh.
Without a doubt, Maya was in the middle of a really dangerous situation.
Anyway, the victim was stabbed by the murder weapon. What happened after that?
That is really weird.
Wasn't dead though, stuck behind the...
Okay.
Struck back? How do you know that?
Well, you're right, I didn't see it exactly. But I could tell by the sounds of their breathing and movement. And also the smell of blood.
You have witnessed more horror than any young lady should ever have to in one life.
Wouldn't you know it?
So then, what did you do at that point?
I couldn't move. I could just barely make out their shadows moving in the dark, but I had no idea what to do.
Could you still see the red lights you mentioned earlier?
Yes, I think so. But suddenly the red lights went out and the whole area was dark.
Went out.
Yeah, suddenly I couldn't see them at all.
Oh, what could it mean? Red lights were coming from Godot's mask, and they went out right in the middle of a fight.
Maybe the mask was damaged?
Maybe it was knocked off?
Or maybe the batteries ran out. Right, Trait?
Or maybe those little red pinhead-looking things were just stopped working. Could have really happened then.
That
What if he
moment
turned around?
Purple scream.
Maybe.
What do you mean by just at that moment? Do you mean the moment with when the red lights went out?
Yes, that's right.
Scream that you heard then, was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice.
Oh,
Oh, I would never scream as a man.
then that scream came from the killer? That's gotta be it.
I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it.
And then the killer let out a scream of pain, huh?
After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess.
Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me. Sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I kinda wonder.
I'm thinking about what you said about the dagger. Where does the dagger play into this?
Okay, I'm cooking. Okay,
Yes.
let me cook.
Okay.
I think there's a very real chance, right, that somebody was coming up to stab Maya, and somebody else got in the way of somebody stabbing Maya.
Oh.
So we might want to push for a contradiction.
Let's do it.
I'm sorry to say this, but that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction. That makes sense. After all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct.
True.
And the guy, the pretty okay Judgini. Remember, the testimony she just gave, before the killer let out a scream. Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim.
Is that right?
She couldn't have struck back with a sword that had already been stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff.
Oh, he was
wait a minute, I
stabbed. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, Trite.
There's only one thing I can think of that could have been used as the weapon here.
If Dahlia Hawthorne had already been stabbed in the back by the staff, what could she have used to strike back at the killer?
This
The
dagger.
shitty shit-o.
Coming back.
Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right! I forgot about that! This dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck into a pine tree.
Yes, the detective found that this morning and brought it to me.
Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this. And she managed to wound him as well.
Objection. Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean he was wounded. For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have been from the victim.
Whoa, hold objection! Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood. The killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. Wow, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying that the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer? Exactly. A DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Godot, it would prove that it's your blood.
Nice theory, Trite.
Wow,
that's
nice
pretty
theory,
nice.
Trite.
Yeah,
These are never nice. Order in the court! Is this the end? Have I done it? Even he won't be able to change the results of a scientific test.
Ha! Let me ask you something, Trite. Let's just say that it turned out I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that?
What?
Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective and brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom.
Yes, so what does that prove?
Well, if I really were the killer, I could have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it.
That's illegal. That can't be.
So is murder. In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Trite. That blood, it doesn't belong to me. Not a chance.
What?
Oh, shit.
If it doesn't belong to him. In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. All right then, witness. Continue your...
Hold it. Wait a minute.
What's the problem?
I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation.
Maya?
This dagger, you said that it wounded the killer.
That's right.
But, if Mr. Godot had really been cut with the dagger, his clothes should have been bloody or have a rip in them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Maya? Maybe he could just change his clothes. They'd solve the contradiction pretty easily.
What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder. Everyone that was on the inner temple side got trapped there.
Oh, that's right. And once the bridge was fixed, the police headed for the inner temple.
Mr. Godot was already there waiting for them. He never had a chance to change his clothes.
Ah!
Okay, that makes sense.
Order in the court. What the witnesses said. Objection. Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him. But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes? Did I take smart pills during the last recess?
What's the first, real point he's ever made?
Well, then maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the murder. That way he couldn't get any blood on him.
Objection.
Did Phoenix
That's
say dumb
impossible,
pills during
right?
the recess?
You know how cold it gets up there late at night?
Yeah, I do.
After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'd be frozen solid.
Ah! My neighbor's being frozen solid.
Shrek, it's true.
Ha! So that's all you've got. I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this.
Irk.
Right now, if Mia Fey were here, she would have closed the book on this case already.
Mia Fey were here.
So come on, Trite. Can you do it or not?
How about it, Mr. Wright? You've accused Mr. Godot of being the killer. But can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence? The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. It's the only chance that I have. I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you want it.
Ha! That's good. A fighter till the bitter end, Trite. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for the unlimited penalty?
Oh, fuck.
Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? Because it doesn't matter to me. I've got the one piece of evidence I need.
Give me a break. You've got nothing, Trite.
So what do I do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle. All right then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got. There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger. But we decided it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a bloodstain on his clothing. There's one place the killer could have hidden his wound. Hell yeah. What did you say?
Hidden.
This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there is no bloodstains on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound.
It's the end of the line. The final stop, Trite. Let's hear what you've got. Where's this location where you say the killer hid the wound?
Wow, what the fuck?
All right. Hear me out.
Okay.
Let's look at all the evidence before you present a gosh darn thing.
Yes, I am not hitting a
Okay.
goddamn thing.
Attorney's badge.
No. All importance, no. Also, side
Magatama.
note, is this the original, the first game's theme playing? That's kind of sick. Anyway. Okay.
No.
Not the Magatama.
Absolutely not.
Not the occult.
Not
No.
the map. Did he hide it under the temple?
Yeah, point where the wound is. He's stashed in Heavenly
Okay.
Hall.
Do you want to know what I'm cooking?
What are you cooking? Yeah, hit me up.
He got hit in the face. The lights went out, baby.
So it's under the mask!
Ha! I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Trite? Ugh. What was that just now?
The white woman.
Mia.
touched her.
It can't be. You're living on through him?
Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off of your face. Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved. flew up in his face, didn't it?
Mm-mm-mm. Just now, I saw her spirit in you. I never liked you. 6 years ago, you helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then, while I was sleeping, you let Mia die. But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even have the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
Mr. Godot.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I can ever find it in my heart to forgive was me.
You yourself?
I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of a reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask. I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit.
But you saved Maya.
Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway.
What do you mean?
Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away.
Oh, who would that be? Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother, but I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason?
No. Why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all.
Huh?
I think I was just trying to salvage what was left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia. Nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me.
You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya.
Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure.
What do you mean by that?
That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette, a part of me must have known the truth. The truth that I wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Faye? Or was it something else? Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. That stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything.
Mr. Godot.
I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
Mr. Armando, I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me.
Thanks.
Your wound. It's bleeding.
Ha! Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears.
Ears?
Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando.
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant. Yes, Your Honor. Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body in the crime scene is a serious offense in itself. I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I willingly cooperated anyway. Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say? One thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. Well, I want to apologize to you. Apologize? To me? For what? It's 5 years ago, of course. I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other. Huh? What do you mean? My sister? We only met twice. Huh? You only met twice? First time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. The time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed. No way! It just can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... Those 8 months. The woman you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister. Huh? It wasn't Dahlia. One day that you can forgive me, Meanie. You mean... That's right. I lied to you for 8 months.
Ah, they're just like my old ex.
A plot twist. But why? Why would you do such a thing? And she gave you the bottle that day? Sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Investigation and their surveillance. She couldn't move about freely. So that's why you... My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. Prepared for the worst? Thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice. I mean, she was ready to kill me, don't you? I already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it. She agreed to give me a chance. And that's why you came to me? You came to get the bottle pendant back for me in her place? I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. First time that it ever happened. It was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you. I think she must have noticed. Noticed what? Feelings for you. I had found out she was planning to kill you. I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life. Or mine. Iris! After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you changed. I have something to say to you, too. Yes? You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. Thank you.
Our P-boy's all grown up.
How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though, right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so, Phoenix Wright?
Look, yeah, I think you're right. The purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim, Elise Dunim. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case. I understand, Your Honor. Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant not guilty. Court is now adjourned.
Whoa! Nah, they skipped that shit.
February 10, 4:51 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1.
So I guess it's all over. Way everything ended? Was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand.
Of course justice was served. I'm still here.
Mia!
I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant.
But I couldn't save Mr. Armando. The man who cared so deeply for you.
You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible.
I mean, with that verdict?
I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me.
Mia!
You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you.
Mia.
I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday, Phoenix. In hell.
I've handled lots of cases and seen a lot of things. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer.
Nick,
Maya!
I guess it's just like my sis said.
Mia? What did she say?
That night when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry. Phoenix will save everyone in the end.
But
Come on, cut out that gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, Sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you've done for us, Nick.
Maya. Ow. How can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened?
My mom's dead.
Hardly knew her. You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. Ouch! Francisca!
I've been waiting here for my duels this whole time. Still as soft as always, Phoenix, right?
Excellent work, right?
Mr. Edgeworth, when did you get back?
Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Francisca have actually been helping me.
Helping you?
These two hadn't been here on the first day of the trial. Hence wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Wow. But where were you, Nick?
I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold which forced him to sleep all day.
Yes, he laid in bed shivering with his fever with Iris's hood pulled over his head.
Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. Definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And, you too, Francisca.
I don't suppose.
Oh, I don't suppose. Get out of here. There's room for me at this group hug, is there?
Oh, Larry.
Why don't like the sad music start playing? Actually, that makes sense. Fuck you, Larry.
What's with the longer than usual face?
I realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never of any use to anyone. Not even once.
Whoa!
That's not true, right, Nick?
What? You're asking me?
Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good.
No. Oh, yeah. Those portraits you painted, they were really good. Is that right, Edgy?
What? Me?
Why are you making that face, huh, Edgy?
Oh, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that they lack resemblance.
Do you really mean it? Well, what about you, Francie? Did I draw you well, too? I beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something. So then you'll do it, like you promised? You're gonna model for my next picture book, Francie's Whippity Whip Trick. Don't get carried away. Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at, even though I use crayon. Painting a pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Oh. Was that? Huh?
Now that you mentioned it, I haven't seen her around.
Pearls? Where could she have gone? Normally she would have made a beeline for Maya.
Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back.
Oh.
Hey, Pearly!
Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened.
Yeah.
To be honest, I can't understand it either.
Siska. That's right. She lost her father fairly recently as well.
I think I understand how she feels. Maya is a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can.
What do you mean by now is exactly the time?
Maya wasn't the only one who was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry.
Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya? Edgeworth, I think I'm starting to understand, too. Ow!
Then tell me, Phoenix Fight. Who is Maya Fey being strong for? Dick Gumshoe. He's just
Dick Gumshoe,
Dick Gumshoe.
baby!
We're all strong for Dick Gumshoe.
I'm the hashtag strong for Dick.
It's gotta be pro, right?
It's gotta be Pro Faye.
Yeah. Perfect.
The poor kid. After all, the reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. The good of the Faye clan. I'm sure she believed every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya, and that's why she was so happy. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya.
But it's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Faye's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable.
That's exactly why Maya is putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearls' sake. Till she can see her smile again.
Oh, hey, so this is where you all were. Wow, looks like we've got quite the bunch here today. Ow! What was that for, sir?
Sorry about that, Scruffy. My VIP just seems to have a mind of its own.
What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. My salary's just sort of kind of gone down by a teeny weeny bit, but it's all right. I made reservations at a first-class French restaurant tonight.
No.
What
God,
the good
no.
about Scruffy? That the VIP was your reward.
What? Detective Gumshoe?
Don't ask, Mr. Wright.
You said a first-class French restaurant. You don't mean...
Travian, where else?
Do it. We're doomed.
Come on, let's go, everyone. I can't keep Maggie waiting, pal. Hey, you, crybaby, you're invited too.
Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser shack eating potatoes.
You know, Maya's taking an awfully long time to get back. Still out looking for pearls.
She could be like 3 ways to Sunday from...
Oh, Maya, what's wrong?
Nick, what do I do? Pearly, I can't find her anywhere.
Huh?
How about you just went back home? That's all.
I thought so too, so I called the village. But no one has seen or heard from her. This has never happened before.
As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya.
But none of this was her fault. What should I do?
Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, what is it, pal?
You guys go on ahead.
But, what about you?
Maya and I will. We'll join you guys once we find pearls.
Nick?
Don't worry about us, Dick. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there.
Please call me Gumshoe.
We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, but, you're the, Oh!
Very well, Phoenix Fight. We'll go on ahead.
Don't keep us waiting, right?
We won't.
Where should we look? Where could Pearlies have gone?
Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to.
Eagle River? What? Oh god.
February 10, Azakura Temple, main gate.
Hazakura Temple.
For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, this is where the whole incident started.
Oh god.
Oh, what's this? You're back again so soon?
Sister Bikini?
I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight.
So she's here? Pearly is here?
She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her?
Okay. Pearly's not here.
Maya, the hanging scroll.
Ah. Someone cleaned it off.
Gotta be pearls.
Pearly, why did you just leave like that?
why you came here?
The least I could do to pray for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course, I'm sad that my mother is gone. But how do I say this? I'm still happy.
You don't have to lie to make you feel better!
No, really, it's true. The only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do.
Mystic Maya! I'm impressed! You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty!
Sister Bikini.
Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night.
After dishonoring the good name of Karain, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true. She'll always be with me till the day I die, which is today.
Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets. Always be with me till the day I die. Huh. There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? Never take the charm off you until the day you die. That's a master's talisman! Thing that Misty kept her by her heart and would never take off? It wasn't the container that was important. Rather, it was the contents. That's... a photo?
Mother.
Only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But what makes us human is that we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question.
God damn it.
Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother too. I learned that from all of them. Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting. This is a day to remember. A day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today. But I still can't. Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna make a brand new start, too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for more training. I promise.
I know. And I won't go easy on you anymore just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for you three when you come back.
Alright, we're gonna have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance.
Okay, Mystic Maya! It is gonna be a battle. You know, there's one thing I don't get. And probably don't want to, but...
What is it, Nick?
Reservations for training is fine and all. But why for 3?
Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right alongside us.
Huh? Be waiting for you! Mr. Bikini will take special care of you! Huh?
It'll be great, Nick. I'm gonna do the special course, naturally.
Huh? It's a great idea! That's what I was doing! You'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right?
have a nice big meal before you come next time, right, Nick?
No. Just wondering if I can just say one little thing.
Sure, of course you can.
I can't wait to hear it! I'm getting goosebumps too! Oh, then. Here goes nothing.
All right. Ooh.
Thank you, Shoot.
Damn. Thank you, Shutakumi. What a game. Oh, shit.
I really have to work extra hard now. Master of Karain and the office manager of Right and Cool offices. I have to be a good big sister to Pearly and Nick, too. Well, as long as I'm not locked up or captured or something like that, which happens all the time.
Oh.
Thank you, Tatsuro
Iwamoto, yeah.
So it's true! Mr. Nick is really mystifying that in shining armor! He did the special course all the way to the end! Actually, I heard there's a legendary extra special ultra course here too! I think I'll surprise the two of them by making them a secret reservation! Yeah. Thank you, Shuichi Muramoto.
Maggie brought me a brand new coat as a present, pal. I feel 10 years younger. Never take it off.
Yes, but somehow you just don't seem the same. I guess a dirty, shabby old overcoat is more detective-like, sir.
Don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself silly. I'm gonna shit myself now.
Rub it all over my jacket. Thank you, Kyoko Takeda and Chiaki Teramoto.
Oh god.
Mr. Wright, I am once again in your debt. Thanks to you, the Treasures of Karain exhibit was a great success. I even got to see Miss Von Karma, who I hadn't seen for almost a year. She taught me how to use a whip and said that I must show you what I've learned.
Ayo?
It's Andrews. Adrian? Thank you, Akiku, Hiramatsu, and Hiroshi Nishimura.
Yeah, that's good. Oh my god. Oh, this is I started a company called Mass Consulting.
We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of all the criminals in the city.
Our motto is cut it out, please.
Pretty cute, huh?
But we also sell plans to criminals as a kind of a side business. Ooh, I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the worst criminals.
Thanks, Hiroyuki Kudo. Oh, is this me?
I want to show
Thank
my
you.
appreciation to Miss
Yeah.
Wright for exterminating Don Tigre. So I lent him $500,000. And tea, special thick tea, when I mix with my own two hands. I bet he's drinking it now. Been through compromising.
Thanks, Viola.
It's Makoto Fujimi and Takeshi Koike.
Yeah. Thanks for programming.
Was this my guy? I think so. I'm just old and in the way. A wrinkly, grumpy, clown-nosed waste of flesh. At least, that's what I thought. But my grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day. Talk about embarrassing. 69 years old and I cried like a baby with a dirty diaper. Lots of shitting yourself in these credits.
Noriyuki Iwadare. Thank you. You sick? Absolutely.
This was you.
As usual, we have an abundance of work to do. We've hired a new programmer to replace Glenn Elk. I do hope everyone will get along. His name is Adamada. As soon as I heard his name, I knew our brain circuits would align perfectly.
The palindromes. Thanks,
Yeah,
Akimi.
that means her last name
Mura.
is Lissab.
That's true.
My! More reporters? Since the murder, we've made so much money, I hardly know what to do. I think the magazines like us because I provide such a nice visual, especially in spring. I can hardly wait for Iris to come back.
Thanks, Masahiro Okamoto and Katsumi Marunaga. And also
Special thanks
Kumiko.
to Kumiko.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this guy. Yeah, shout out to that guy.
Turned into such a respectable man, Feeny. It was so sweet of you and everyone else to come and visit the here the other day. Of course, I was happy that you constantly had your eyes on me, but I felt kind of bad when the little one slapped you so hard you got a nosebleed.
Thanks, voice.
Yeah.
That's us. That's us.
Thanks, Indy.
Jeremy, replace
Phoenix
us.
Wright. Michael.
No.
Yeah.
Put us there.
Thanks, Indy.
Yeah. Let's go.
Woo!
Indy TTWT.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks,
That's
Indy.
me. Thanks,
thanks,
Indy.
Indy.
Let's go.
Woo!
Indy
Yeah.
TTWT. Let's go. Oh my gosh, dude,
Yo,
this guy's
thanks,
doing
Indy.
everything.
Let's
Thanks,
go.
Indy from TTWT. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Indy, from TTWT.
It's funny the 5th time.
Woo! That's the rule of 5.
True. It's funny the 6th time.
Oh my gosh! Yes! Thank you, Indy from
Let's
TTWT!
go.
Boing, boing.
My hair!
Oh, Jesus. Oh my God.
Yes!
What's
Thank
this?
you.
I'm back from a long entire vacation. No one's here to greet me. I guess when I was gone, my little whippersnapper buddy quit, and now I've got no one. And what kind of lonely, crazy security room is this supposed to be anyway? What with all these flashing lights and switches, I feel like some sort of space alien. And now what am I going to do with all these macadamia nuts that I brought with for everyone? Hurry over to Edgy Point, exactly to say some. I really can't accept these, I'm afraid. Something is painful, this fragile heart. Oh, when will I ever find a gentleman who would treat me like a friend lady?
Indy TTWT.
Thanks,
At
Atsushi
Sushi
Inaba. I finally found something I love to do. Franzie's whippity whip trip is gonna turn the oral out. Wait, he got it? I should have realized it sooner. Self-centered, lazy, antisocial. I'm an artist, a really good portrait artist. I'm not a loser after all.
Ours.
Thanks, Shinji Mikami. Oh, did he draw this? Aw.
Wow. I would read Francesca's Whippity Whip Trip.
Aw.
Aww.
2 of them are
Diego
dead.
died. Did Diego get executed?
Oh, they all died, but he came back.
That's true. He did tell us that.
Thanks, Capcom. Now we can cry, I
nice.
guess.
Lawyer only cries once it's all over.
Oh.
Chat, let's shed some tears.
Well, that was the end of the
Chat, shut up.
trilogy, dude.
Chat, shut up.
No, I did do every single voice, actually. You'll see it in the credits. Thanks, Jerry.
Okay. I'm livid. My throat hurts so much from today. What did you even do?
I
This is
voiced
unjust
6
treatment.
characters.
Why does everybody hate me? I had to talk to myself for the entire case, except for the one time that Maya was on the stand, and even then she didn't have to say much. I had to argue with myself for the
Hold
entire
up.
time.
I have an objection to that, good
whenever I
sir.
was
The first
Iris,
half of
and then I
that
was
case,
Dahlia,
the first
and
half
I
of
was
that
also
goddamn
Nikki,
case, I
and
was
I was
Franziska, and I was
also-
Franziska,